Hello everybody, myself V. Narayana Babu, lecturer in mathematics, GSI PU College, Mysore. In the last session, we have discussed about how to solve the third order determinant and second order determinant problems. Today, let us discuss about properties of determinants. So, properties of determinants. Property 1. The value of the determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. That means if we interchange the rows and columns of a determinant, then the value of the determinant remains unaltered or remains same. So let us verification. Let delta equals determinant of A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Expanding along R1. So, the elements in R1 are A1, A2, A3. So, we expand along R1. So, delta equals, so we use the method of expanding this determinant of third order. So, let us write plus first element in R1 is A1. We eliminate the first row and first column and take the determinant of the remaining elements, that is A1 into determinant of B2, B3, C2, C3 minus next element is A2 into determinant of A2 lies in the first row, second column. So, we eliminate the first row and second column and take the determinant of the remaining elements, that is B1, B3, C1, C3. Next, plus A3 into determinant of. So, A3 lies in the first row and third column. So, we eliminate the first row and third column and take the determinant of the remaining elements. So, it is B1, B2, C1, C2, C1, C2. So, delta equals A1 into, so we expand this determinant B2 into C3 minus B3 into C2, B2 into C3 minus B3 into C2 minus A2 into B1 C3 minus B3 C1 plus A3 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1 We call this as 1. Let delta 1 be the determinant obtained by interchanging all rows and columns. So now delta 1 is equal to determinant of, so the first row here we write as first column A1, A2, A3. The second row we write it as second column B1, B2, B3, and the third row here we write as third column C1, C2, C3. Here we expanding along C1. C1 means column 1. Expanding along column 1 or first column. So delta 1 is equal to, so this is, first we write plus. Next, first element of the first column is A1. A1 into determinant of, so A1 lies in the first row and first column. So we will eliminate the first row and first column and take the determinant of the remaining elements, that is B2, C2, B3, C3. Next I will write minus. So next element of the first column is A2 into determinant of. So A2 lies in the second row and first column. So we eliminate the second row and first column and take the determinant of the remaining elements, that is B1, C1, B3, C3. Next I will write plus, and the next element of that column is A3. So A3 lies in the third row and first column. So here we eliminate the third row and first column and take the determinant of the remaining elements. A3 into determinant of B1, C1, B2 and C2. Delta 1 is equal to A1 into, so the product of the principal diagonal minus product of the other diagonal, B2 C3 minus B3 C2 minus A2 into B1 C3 minus B3 C1 plus A3 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So we call this as equation 2. If you observe equation 1 and equation 2, both are one and the same. Therefore, finally we can write that delta is equal to delta 1. Hence, the result. That means if all the rows and columns in a determinant are interchanged, then the value of the determinant will not change. So that completes the property 1. Let us verify the property 2. Let us verify the property 2. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the sign of determinant changes. See, in the first property we have proved that if all the rows and columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant will not change. In the second property, we will verify that if any two rows or two columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant changes by sign only. Changes by sign only. So let us verify it. Let delta equals determinant of A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So expanding along R1. So delta equals, first I will write plus into A1 into determinant of B2, B3, C2, C3. Next I will write minus A2. A2. So A2 lies in the first row, second column. We eliminate the first row and second column and take the determinant of the remaining elements, that is B1, B3, C1, C3. Next, plus A3 into determinant of. So A3 lies in the first row, A3 lies in the first row and third column. So we eliminate the first row and third column and take the determinant of the remaining elements, that is A3 into determinant of B1, B2, C1, C2. B1, B2, C1, C2. So delta equals A1 into B2, C3 minus B3, C2 minus A2 into B1 C3 minus B3 C1 plus A3 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1. We call it as equation 1. Next, let delta 1 be the determinant obtained by interchanging the first row and the third row. That means let us interchange the first row and third row. The resultant determinant we call it as delta 1. So I am interchanging first row and third row. So this is the symbol which we use for interchanging any two rows. That is R1 and R3 have been interchanged in the determinant delta. So now the resultant determinant delta 1 is equal to determinant of C1, C2, C3, B1, B2, B3, A1, A2, A3. Here, let us expand this determinant through R3. You can expand a determinant by using any row or any column. The value of the determinant will not change. So here we expand this determinant using third row, that is expanding along R3. So delta 1 is equal to R3, the first element is A1. So we put plus into determinant of. So A1 lies in the third row and first column. So we eliminate the third row and first column and take the determinant of the remaining elements. That is C2, C3, B2, B3 minus A2 into determinant of. A2 lies in the third row and second column. We eliminate the third row and second column and take the determinant of the remaining elements. C1, C3, B1, B3 plus A3 into A3 lies in the third row and third column. We eliminate the third row and third column and take the determinant of the remaining elements. C1, C2, B1, B2. So delta 1 is equal to A1 into, we take the product of the principal diagonal, that is B3C2 minus B2C3 minus A2 into B3C1 minus B1C3 plus A3 into B2C1 minus B1C2. So now here in the first factor we take minus common. So we have, if you take minus common, minus A1 into these two elements will interchange it, that is B2C3 minus B3C2. Once again in the next factor we take minus common. So already minus exists there, I take minus common. So here also these two terms interchange, that is B1C3 minus B3C1. Next plus, here also we take minus common. So we have taken minus as common. So A3 into, so we interchange these two elements. So B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So delta 1 is equal to minus A1 into B2 C3 minus B3 C2 minus into minus plus A2 into B1 C3 minus B3 C1, here plus into minus minus A3 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1. In the overall, we take minus common. So delta 1 is equal to, if I take minus common, we will have A1 into B2 C3 minus B3 C2. Next this plus becomes minus A2 into B1 C3 minus B3 C1, and this minus becomes plus because we have taken minus common, plus A3 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So if you observe these terms, A1 into B2 C3 minus B3 C2 minus A2 into B1 C3 minus B3 C1 plus A3 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So the underlined factor is nothing but delta, that is delta 1 is equal to minus delta. Hence the result. That means if all the rows and columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant will not change. Suppose if any two rows or columns are interchanged in a determinant, then the value of the determinant changes by sign only. Okay, thank you.